Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we're Carl and Annie and we recently bought our first sailboat. Our dream is to eventually sail around the world full time, but for now we're part-time sailors testing the waters with every chance we get. We started this channel to document our journey and hopefully inspire others to chase their dreams. Today marks another big step following on from our previous episode. I'm about to set off on my longest passage yet, and I'll be doing it single-handed. We sail into a small island that was carved out by glaciers millions of years ago. They say it's beautiful and I'm looking forward to exploring it with Emily. We're still land dwellers, so part of the adventure is packing up and getting ready for the boat after work on Friday, which takes some planning. Essentials in the car, double checking everything, and of course saying goodbye to our cat, who I think might be a little relieved he's staying behind. Once we're at the boat, it's about winding down and clearing my mind before the big day tomorrow. We spend the evening playing Stardew Valley. For days now, I've been running this passage through my head, planning out possible scenarios and backup plans. Since it's my first time doing this, there's no reference point, no prior experience, just planning and hoping for the best.
Much later.
And good morning. It's an exciting day as we set off for our longest sail yet, and also my first single-handed passage. There are a few other boats from the sailing club joining us, and we're aiming for a 10 AM departure, so I'm getting things ready, paying special attention to not make another mistake like last episode. There were also quite a few moments for some deep contemplation. Finally, lines are cast off and we're on the way, but it doesn't take long to realise I've missed a few things. Usually Andor handles some tasks while we're underway, but this time everything's on me. Did you spot them? Let us know in the comments what you think they are. Once out in the bay, I get the auto helm attached so I can start sorting things out and actually get sailing.
Emily, you're gonna get very sick like that. No, but you will start.
As I'm raising the mainsail, a gust of wind catches the sail and the batten gets tangled underneath the standing rigging. I have to go forward and untangle it. Definitely one of those things that makes you appreciate an extra set of hands. Once the main's up, I unfurl the genoa, but the wind's stronger than expected. We end up heeling a bit more than feels comfortable for a rookie. We're doing about 5 knots and it's really calm today. I reefed the Genoa. Things feel a lot more comfortable after that, and just like that we're on our way across the Bay of Hanö, actually doing it. Other boats in the club soon caught up and passed us, but it's no surprise being that they're much larger and faster, perhaps also a bit more experienced. But there's something about seeing the island slowly coming into view that just brings a sense of accomplishment. Maybe I got too caught up in the excitement because I completely forgot to prep the mooring lines. The docking turned into a bit of a mess, but thankfully a couple of club members were able to lend a hand. No damage to the boat, but maybe a bit to my pride. It's these moments that remind me how much there is to learn, but every mistake is a step towards improving, towards being able to handle the unexpected as we work towards our dream. And we made it. It's a huge relief to be here, even if I feel absolutely shattered after the trip. Honestly, if it weren't for Maple needing a walk, I probably would have headed straight for a nap. But as it turns out, going out for a walk was a perfect way to kick off our stay. The island is quiet, especially this late in the season. Everything's shut, no shops, no restaurant, no museum. It's a little eerie in its own way, but really peaceful. In summer I've heard it's near impossible to find a spot to dock here, so I guess we're lucky to have the place to ourselves. As we leave the village and follow the trail uphill, we get a real sense for the island's rugged, untouched beauty. Hanö, off the coast of Skåne in Sweden, is like a geological time capsule. Its landscape carved and shaped by ancient forces over millions of years. This island is primarily composed of granite rock formations that date back to the Precambrian era, part of what is known as the Baltic Shield. These rocks are some of the oldest on Earth. In places, the island's rugged granite is punctuated by erratic boulders, stones left scattered across the landscape by ancient glaciers. Centuries of wind and wave erosion have smoothed these rocky shorelines, creating a landscape that's both harsh and uniquely captivating. Around 14,600 years ago, in the early stages of the Baltic Sea, a vast glacial sheet had just retreated from this area, leaving only a barren, rocky landscape. What we see now would have been the shoreline of Baltic Ice Lake, with waves crashing into what was then just a small skerry, the very rock on which we now see Hanö Lighthouse. Standing against ancient granite, Hanö Lighthouse has guided these waters since 1906. With its powerful 1,000-watt lamps, it's among the brightest beacons in the Baltic. Automated in 1972 and unmanned since 1980, it now faces decommissioning due to modern navigational technology. This journey has been incredible, and we're just getting started. Endless horizons lie ahead. As we start getting dinner ready, a striking ketch pulls into the marina. It must have been over 30 meters long, and I can't help imagining capturing something like that around the globe. But with the sun setting, we had one last opportunity to explore and watch the sunset. After yesterday's docking challenges, I spent extra time getting things ready before setting off. This time I wanted everything to go just right and avoid any rookie mistakes. The wind was strong but manageable. Hoisting the sail should have been straightforward, but I'd forgotten the auto helm and had to ask Emily to help steer the boat to keep us on course.
Five minutes later.
With her help we finally got the mainsail tied and the genoa deployed, and soon enough we were underway. The anxiety from the previous day started to fade as we settled into a calm rhythm. This is what I imagined sailing would be: sun on our faces, gentle waves, and a quiet connection to the open water. Champagne sailing, as they call it. Being out early was quite a triumph, but before long the larger boats were upon us again, their spinnakers pulling them along with ease. With Emily and just me aboard, I didn't dare try the spinnaker myself. It's a skill I've yet to master. Still, it was inspiring to watch them glide by.
Kind of cold.
Ja. Middle of September. Then what?
Would you still buy it?
Ja. Tommy doesn't want to know about that.
As we neared home, the wind softened to barely a breath, and we brought down the sails, switching to the motor for the final stretch. It's only been a few weeks since we bought this boat, and already it's taught us so much. Each trip, each small victory, feels like one more step towards our bigger dream. If you're enjoying our journey, don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back next week where we tackle one of the biggest challenges yet, rewiring the bird's nest of cables. See you then.